In the heart of West Bengal, where the mighty Ganges carves its ancient path through the plains, lies a secret known only to those who seek it. This is Chupir Chor, Purbasthali, a hidden world shaped by the river's restless wandering over centuries. Here where the Ganges once flowed, it left behind a crescent of life, a horseshoe lake cradled in the embrace of the land. This Oxbow lake, born from the river's changing course, has become a sanctuary, a refuge for some of India's most captivating avian residents and winter visitors from distant lands. To witness the wonders of Chupi Chor requires patience and purpose. As dawn breaks, a journey begins across these tranquil waters. The path narrows, winding through a labyrinth of reeds. Locals call this passage the poor man's Amazon, a humble name for an extraordinary corridor where the wetland whispers its secrets to those who venture through. This passage connects the Horseshoe Lake to the Ganges, a gateway between two worlds. Chupi Chor is a place of transformation. Through the turning seasons, this landscape reveals different faces. In summer, the surrounding groves burst with life as resident birds claim territories and raise their young. In winter, the skies fill with travelers from the north. Migratory waterfowl descend upon these waters, transforming the lake into a bustling sanctuary. And beyond, where the lake meets the great river, the golden domes of Mayapur rise, a reminder that nature and human devotion coexist on these ancient banks. As spring gives way to summer, in the heat of April and May, the mango groves surrounding Chupi Chor awaken with purpose. This is the season of new life. Among the dappled shadows, a flash of extraordinary beauty, the Indian Paradise Flycatcher. The male with his long tail, streamers of rufous, is a vision of elegance. But right now, elegance takes a backseat to duty. Inside their carefully woven nest, tiny mouths open in silent urgency. The parents work tirelessly, shuttling back and forth, each arrival bringing sustenance to their demanding young. This delicate nest, suspended among the branches, is both cradle and classroom, where the next generation learns the rhythms of survival. Nearby, another devoted parent tends to its brood. The common Iora, small but vibrant in its yellow-green plumage. These diminutive birds may lack the flamboyance of the flycatcher, but their dedication is no less remarkable. Each insect captured, each morsel delivered, is a testament to the age-old contract between parent and offspring. And high in the canopy, a splash of gold announces another resident, the black-hooded Oriole. Distinctive with its jet black hood contrasting against brilliant golden yellow plumage, this Oriole's melodious calls echo through the grove, a soundtrack to the summer breeding season. Here too the cycle continues. Hungry chicks, devoted parents, the relentless drive to nurture the next generation. The mango groves of Chupi Chor serve as vital nurseries, sheltering these summer residents as they perform one of nature's most essential acts. While the groves echo with the sounds of nesting birds, the water's edge tells a different story. This is the domain of the Kingfishers. The white-breasted kingfisher, bold and striking with its brilliant blue back, chestnut head, and distinctive white throat and breast. With powerful bill and keen eyesight, it has secured its prize. The fish struggles briefly, but the outcome is decided. Each strike of the beak, each calculated movement, speaks to generations of evolutionary refinement. But the white-breasted has a smaller, more jewel-like cousin, the common kingfisher. A blur of iridescent blue and orange, it plunges into the water with breathtaking precision. In a fraction of a second, the hunt is complete. Now comes the important work, subduing the catch. The fish is beaten methodically against the perch, a technique perfected over countless meals. Only when the prey is properly prepared does the kingfisher feed. On the open water, a picture of domestic harmony unfolds. A family of grebes, 2 adults shepherding 3 downy chicks across the lake's surface. Grebes are remarkable water birds, perfectly adapted to aquatic life. Their lobed toes propel them with grace. Their streamlined bodies slip through the water with barely a ripple. The chicks stay close to their parents, learning the ways of the water. In these early weeks, they depend entirely on their parents' guidance and protection. This scene, so peaceful in its simplicity, represents another successful chapter in the ongoing story of Chupir Chor, a place where life finds a way, generation after generation. Beyond the immediate shoreline, the landscape gives way to agricultural lands. Here, where cultivation meets wilderness, avian life thrives in unexpected abundance. Perched on exposed branches and wires, a flash of jewel-like color, the blue-tailed bee-eater. With its emerald green body, russet crown, and the distinctive blue tail that gives it its name, this is one of the region's most beautiful aerial hunters. The open fields provide the perfect hunting ground for these specialized insectivores. From its perch, it launches into quick sallies, snatching insects mid-flight with remarkable precision. Despite their name, bee-eaters consume a variety of flying insects, dragonflies, butterflies, and yes, bees and wasps. Before consuming stinging prey, they've mastered a clever technique, beating the insect against their perch to remove the sting. The agricultural landscape, far from being devoid of wildlife, becomes a stage for these aerial acrobats. And they are not alone. Flocks of scaly-breasted Munias descend upon the ripening millet. These small finches, with their distinctive scaled plumage, move through the crops in coordinated groups. Their presence is a reminder that nature's boundaries are fluid. The wild and the cultivated exist in constant dialogue. As the year turns and temperatures drop across northern Asia, Chupir Chor prepares to welcome visitors from distant lands. The migratory birds are coming. They arrive by the hundreds, transforming the lake into a bustling winter refuge. Among the most striking are the red-crested pochards, The males with their brilliant russet heads and crimson bills are unmistakable. These diving ducks spend their days feeding on aquatic vegetation, their heads disappearing beneath the surface as they forage. They are joined by ferruginous ducks, small dark-chested divers whose subtle elegance often goes unnoticed among the larger flocks. And here a true prize for any birder, the knob-billed duck, also called the comb duck. These winter months transform Chupi Chor into one of West Bengal's premier birding destinations, though few beyond the region know of its treasures. Chupi Chor remains, for now, a secret largely known only to the birding community of West Bengal. While international wildlife enthusiasts flock to more famous locations, this horseshoe lake continues its quiet existence, harboring its wealth of avian life away from the spotlight. But for those who make the journey, for those willing to rise before dawn and navigate the reed-lined passages, the rewards are immeasurable. This is Bengal's hidden paradise, a place where nature still follows its ancient rhythms, largely undisturbed. Yet Chupi Chor holds one more secret, one more spectacle that draws the devoted back again and again. The journey continues, back through the narrow reed passage, out toward where the Oxbow lake was once connected to its parent river. Here, where the still waters of the lake give way to the flowing current of the Ganges, a master fisher awaits. This is not just any fishing ground. This is the domain of one of the world's most accomplished aerial hunters. Perched on a favored branch overlooking the sacred river sits the Osprey. Also known as the fish hawk, the Osprey is one of nature's most specialized fishermen. Its reversible outer toe allows it to grasp prey with 2 toes in front and 2 behind, a grip from which few fish escape. Specialized scales on its feet provide extra traction on slippery prey. Every aspect of its anatomy is refined for the hunt. The morning light plays across the Ganges. Somewhere beneath the surface, fish move through their own routines. And then the moment arrives. The hunt unfolds in waters beyond view. When the Osprey returns to its feeding perch, the evidence of its success is undeniable. Here in this single frame, 2 worlds converge. The spiritual devotion represented by Mayapur's golden spires and the ancient, uncompromising drive of a predator with its prize. The fish freshly caught still moves, a testament to the speed and efficiency of the hunt. Against the backdrop of Mayapur's temples, nature pursues its own timeless rituals. What follows is a masterclass in efficient consumption. The Osprey typically feeds head first, working methodically through its catch. Unlike some predators that bolt their food, the Osprey feeds with deliberate precision. Each tier of the powerful beak separates flesh from bone. The powerful talons maintain their iron grip throughout the meal. This meal represents a successful hunt, the culmination of evolutionary adaptations millions of years in the making. The fish that struggled moments ago now serves its final purpose in the web of existence. There is no cruelty here, no malice, only the pure, honest transaction that has sustained life on this planet since the first predator met the first prey in ancient seas. The Osprey positions the fish, always maintaining optimal grip. The meal is consumed with methodical efficiency, nothing wasted, every movement purposeful. The dense plumage remains clean, shedding water and blood with equal ease. Those specialized scales on the feet prevent any slippage, even as the fish grows smaller. Minutes pass, the fish diminishes, the hunter feeds. Day after day, beneath the distant gaze of Mayapur's devotees, this scene repeats. For those who make the journey through poor man's Amazon, who wait patiently on these banks, this spectacle is the reward, a glimpse into the uncompromising elegance of nature's design. The Ganges flows on, the Osprey feeds, the cycle continues. This is the reality of the wild, efficient, honest, and utterly essential. As the feeding concludes, the Osprey settles into stillness once more. The hunt is complete, the hunger satisfied, for now. This moment, this place, exists at the intersection of multiple worlds. The wild and the sacred, the known and the hidden, the ancient flow of the Ganges and the quiet waters of an Oxbow lake. Chupi Char, Purbasthali, remains one of Bengal's best-kept secrets. While celebrated birding destinations draw crowds from around the world, this horseshoe lake continues its quiet existence. This Oxbow lake, carved by the Ganges centuries ago, has become a sanctuary for life. From the summer nesting grounds to the winter gathering of migratory waterfowl, from resident kingfishers to the visiting osprey, each species plays its role in this hidden paradise. But this paradise does not exist in isolation. It endures because of those who know it best. Rahul and his father Sahibul navigate these waters with an intimacy born of generations. They know every channel, every reed bed, every secret passage. But their knowledge extends beyond navigation. When birds become entangled in fishing nets, when young fledglings find themselves in distress, it is Rahul and Sahibul who respond. What began as a livelihood has evolved into stewardship. Father and son have become the quiet guardians of Chupi Char. Each dawn, as Rahul guides visitors through the passage locals call poor man's Amazon, he carries forward his father's understanding that these waters, these birds, are worth protecting. Sahibul's years on these waters have taught him that the lake gives generously to those who respect it, and he has passed this wisdom to his son. In this rapidly changing world, where wilderness shrinks and wildlife faces increasing pressures, places like Chupi Char represent hope. Not just because of the birds that gather here, but because of people like Rahul and Sahibul who choose to protect them. The journey here requires commitment, the early morning departures, the navigation through reed-lined passages, the patient hours of observation. But for those who answer the call, the rewards transcend simple bird watching. Here on the quiet banks of an Oxbow lake in Bengal, life continues its eternal dance, and guardians like Rahul and Sahibul ensure that this hidden paradise will remain for those with eyes to see and hearts to understand.